ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. My salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, who descended on this earth to establish the Dharma and who is the embodiment of all the world religions and who is the best among the incarnations. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, we were discussing about the Om Hrim Ritam, the hymn which we sing regularly during our evening Vespers. And this has been composed by Swami Vivekananda, as we all know. This is the poem on the self-surrender, Sharanagati Padya. Self-surrender is very important in the spiritual life, and especially the people who are taking the life of or the path of devotion, bhakti marga, bhakti yoga. This Sharanagati is very, very important. Even if you see Bhagavad Gita, the song Celestial or the celestial song starts from the Sharanagati or self-surrender. When Arjuna surrendered at the feet of Krishna, saying that Shishyasteham Shadi Mam Tvam Prapannam. Oh Krishna, please, please accept me as your disciple and instruct me. When when Arjuna begged Sri Krishna that please accept me as your disciple and instruct me, what should I do? What should I not do? What is dharma? What is the truth? And what is adharma? What is not truth? What is ethics? What is my duty? And what is unethical? And what is against my duty? Please instruct me. Why? Dharma sammuda chetaha. I have been confused about my duty, about my path, right path. Then only Krishna starts his teaching. Then after telling all that, the Bhagavad Gita ends with Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva papebhyo mokshayishyami mashucha. Leave everything and just take surrender at the feet, at my feet. Then what happens? I will protect you from all the sin, from all the evil, from all the weaknesses, and I will give you moksha. I will grant you liberation. So the Sharanagati, self-surrender, is very, very important. If you see in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, even every time he used to say that, what do I know? I am the child of the mother Kali. Whatever she say or whatever she makes me to do, I will do it. This is one of the way of destroying our unripened ego, destroying the ignorance. That's how Sri Ramakrishna has taught us how to surrender ourselves or how to convert our unripened ego into ripened ego. And even if you see Swami Vivekananda, who stands for the self-confidence, who stands for the intellectual caliber, who stands for the, the militant spirit towards the truth. But he also, before going to the West to participate in the Chicago's Parliament of Religions, he waited for the God's will. Until otherwise, he received the letter from the Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, and he had a divine vision where Sri Ramakrishna is holding his hand and is leading on the waters, ocean waters. Then only he decided that he will go to Parliament of Religions, and he represents Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma or the Vedanta, and he tries to preach what is Advaita Vedanta. What does it show? Means he had surrendered at the divine will or at the cosmic will. And such a person who had realized the self, who had experienced Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he has written such a hymn, this Om Hrim Ritam. And that is about Sharanagati Padya, a poem on self-surrender. Now, there are 4 stanzas, of course. And afterward, the Pranama mantra has been added afterwards. Every stanza, every para ends with Tasmat Vameva Sharanam. Therefore, I shall take refuge at your feet. Mama Dina Bandho. You are my nearest ones, dearest ones. Why? You are the real friend of the even lowly people. When celebrities are there, people will stand on their toes to help. When if I am a, for example, business magnate, if I'm a millionaire, if I need some help, when I approach XYZ, either politicians or the officials or business people, whomever so, everyone will be on their toes to help. If we are in middle class, mediocre, okay, somewhat, but we are poor and we are lowly, we are depressed and we are oppressed class of people, it is not that everyone will be ready to help us. Very few people can help us. Very few people will ready to help us. Whereas Swami Vivekananda is addressing Mama Dina Bandho. Even you are the relative, you are the nearest ones, dearest ones for the oppressed people, for the suppressed people, for the people who doesn't have the rights and duties, who have lost even their fundamental rights, who have been pushed into slavery. For such people also, you are dearest ones, dearer ones. Why? Because you are here to help everyone. So in the last 2-3 classes, we had discussed in detail the first para, the first stanza, especially the first line. It is with so much sublime ideas. So I took good amount of time, 2 or 3 classes to explain. Now we will be entering second para in this class. This is also very beautiful hymn or beautiful stanza. Bhaktir bhagascha bhajanam bhava bhedakari. Bhakti hi, devotion, the path of divine love. Bhagascha and Bhaga. Bhaga here stands for, of course, Bhaga has got many meanings. Here Bhaga means one meaning is the path of knowledge. So Bhakti, the path of devotion, Bhagascha and the path of knowledge, Bhajanam, Bhaj Sevayam, Amarkosha says that. Sanskrit dictionary says Bhaj means one is Bhajanam is what? Remembering God. Here Bhajanam means Bhaj Sevayam. Seva yoga, that is karma yoga, the path Bhavabedakari, the path of knowledge, the path of devotion, the path of selfless action, Bhakti yoga, Gnana yoga, Karma yoga. Of course, any other yogas you can take, Raja yoga, then Nada yoga, Kundalini yoga. So many yogas today has come. All of them, it can be included here. 3 main yogas has been discussed here by Swamiji, that is Swami Vivekananda. What happens? Bhava Bhedakari. Bhava means here samsara, that is ignorance. Bhedakari, it is capable of destroying. Either you take path of devotion, divine love, or path of knowledge, Gnana yoga, or the path of selfless action, Karma yoga. Either one or two or all of this. You practice, then what happens? Bhava Bhedakari. It is capable of destroying the ignorance. By destroying ignorance, what happens? You attain enlightenment. You experience the divinity. You experience the consciousness. Then Gachanti. Gachanti means to go, to lead, to tread. Alam, enough. Suvipulam, it is very clear, no doubt at all. Oh, if I go in this path, will I attain the goal or not? Will I reach or not? We are confused many times in our life. We come under so many crisscrosses. Shall I take this path? Shall I take that path? Shall I take the path of renunciation? Shall I take the path of householder life? Shall I pursue engineering or shall I pursue medicine? Shall I become a businessman? Shall I have my own business or shall I work for some company? So many crisscrosses, cross currents we have to face in our life. But here, Suvipulam, these paths doesn't have any confusion at all. They are very clear. Then Gamanaya Tattvam. So these paths are very clear. For what? They are what? They are Gamanaya. Gam, to lead, to take. They're capable of taking. They're capable of leading. Towards what? Towards what? Tattvam, towards experiencing the absolute reality or the supreme reality, or you can say supreme consciousness or supreme reality or God, whatnot. Then Vakta Vudrutantu. Vakta, lip service. All these things I'm telling, but they are mere lip service. They have become a lip service. They have become mere words in my case, in my life. Vaktra Udrutantu. It has not been reflected in my heart. I am not assimilating these ideas. I am not able to. I am unable to put these ideas, this ultimate truth into practice. Rudime means what? You're unable to put into practice. Nacha bhati kinchet. Even it has not been reflected in my life, reflected in my heart, reflected in my actions. Nacha kinchit, even little, iota, not even a little portion. So, tasmat, therefore, tvameva sharanam, I shall take refuge at you. Because I am not capable of doing all these things. Though I know what all things I have to do, but I am not able to do. Therefore, I shall take refuge at your feet. Mamadi, hey, Mamadina Bando, you are my dearest ones. Or you are dearer to the oppressed people, suppressed people. This is the overall meaning now. Now, let us try to see one by one. Bhakti. Here, bhakti means it is a divine love. I want God and God alone. God is supreme. God is my dearest ones. God is my father. God is my mother. God is my friend. God is my everything. He is all in all for me. I may be leading a family life. I have got relatives. That's fine. I will be discharging my responsibilities. All of that I will be doing, taking care of my wife or husband. I'll be taking care of the children. I'll be taking care of the parents. All these things, fine. As a duty and responsibility, I will be doing it. But in the heart of heart, God is all in all for me. He is my father. He is my mother. He is my parent. He is my friend. He is my child. What are one or two or all of this? Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhushcha sakha tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mamadeva deva. You are my father. You are my real father. You are my real mother. You are real friend. And you are everything for me. This is what that bhava, that mood, that stand when we take, and when we take the life, or when we reflect this thought in our action, then he is known as a bhakta. He is known as a real devotee. And the path he has taken to attain that bhakti, to that divine love, is what Bhakti Marga, the path of devotion. Narada Bhakti Sutra we have discussed in detail. There we have discussed all these things in detail. If anyone is interested, you can refer there. Then Bhagaha. Bhagaha means here knowledge. What knowledge? Is this physics knowledge? Or chemistry knowledge? Or knowledge of calculus, analytical geometry, or quantum physics or mechanics? No. Here knowledge is what? Knowledge of oneself. Who am I? Let me experience who am I. Let me know and let me experience who am I. This is what Aparavidya, Paravidya, that is supreme knowledge or the spiritual knowledge. The knowledge which is about spirit. The knowledge which is concerned about the self. The knowledge which is about oneself. Who am I? Knowing and experiencing the path which shows me, which explains who am I in reality, what is my real nature, and the path which helps me to experience who am I in reality. That is what the path of knowledge. I am thinking some XYZ. I am son of, I am wife of, I am husband of, I am father of, and I'm a businessman or I'm a IT guy with the profession. Then I am body, I am mind, I am good person, I am bad person. So this I has been associated with many things and we are confused. Who am I? What is my real identity? What is my real biodata? We are confused. All these external paraphernalias are not my real biodata. Of course, for job, all these things matters, no doubt. But in reality, who am I? What is my real biodata? Sat, Chit, and Ananda is what my real biodata. Existence, consciousness, bliss absolute. That is my real biodata. To know and to experience, which helps is what the path of knowledge or Dhyana Yoga. That is what Bhaga. And the one more, Bhaga is one who has got these qualities, or one who has got this quality, these called Bhagavan. For an example, one who has Dhana, one who has wealthiest person is called Dhanavan in Sanskrit. The wealthiest person is known as Dhanavan. Why? Because he has got wealth. And someone has got lot of fame, name and fame. He is called Kirtivan. Means he is known for his name and fame. So like this, God is also known as Bhagavan. Means he is endowed with Bhaga. What is that? One is he is endowed with that supreme knowledge. That is apart from that, the Vishnu Purana, one of the mythology among the 18 Puranas, one is known as Vishnu Purana. Vishnu Purana describes this Bhaga, which constitutes 6 qualities. So Lord has got infinite qualities, no doubt. All that infinite qualities can be boiled down to, can be reduced to, at the broad canvas, of course, into 6 qualities. There are divine qualities, but qualities means it is not like temporary in nature. It is a part and parcel of his life. Here, though it is quality we use as a word, but it is a Swarupa also. What are that? The first one is Bhalam. Bhalam means what? Strength. We have got physical strength, we have got mental strength, we have got emotional strength, moral strength, intellectual strength, spiritual strength. Now there is a substratum on the source by which all the strengths are manifested. All the strengths are obtained, and he is that original strength. So for an example, we have got a electric transformer. So in our community or the where we live, there is a transformer. From the transformer, all our houses, around 200 houses we have got in our community, all the 200 houses, we derive the electricity from the transformer. Now in the Dublin city, there may be few transformers. Now transformers, where they are getting? From the electric powerhouse. Electric powerhouse using hydraulic or coal or whatever, nuclear power, whatever, they are generating electricity. The electric powerhouse, where it generates electricity. From there, from that electric house, the whole city or the whole country or the part of the country, we are getting the electricity. So every one of us, we have got different strengths. Maybe physical strength, mental strength, or intellectual strength, or whatnot. All the strength has been derived from that one source. What is that source? That is called God. That's why the God has got strength, which is called Balam. Then interesting is, the second is Yashaha. Yashaha means it is basically reference. How do I know? My name is Swami Shantivratananda. Swami Shantivratananda's reference is what? Is the monk of the Ramakrishna order. Or he is the monk who is staying in the Ayurvedanta society. How do I know? How do people know me? Because the reference point is, okay, is the minister in charge of Ayurvedanta society, or the still better reference is the monk of the Ramakrishna Matta, Ramakrishna mission. So similarly, every one of us, we need some reference to establish our existence. I'm Indian, I'm Irish, I'm American, okay? Or I'm a sportsman, I'm a celebrity. How? I'm a good singer. Or I'm from IT background. Or I'm son of so and so, I am father of so and so. If for an example, my son, if a parent has got a son who is very famous, is a best athlete at national level or at international level, then a parent will say, I am father of so and so. So his reference is what? His son. Similarly, for an example, some famous person is there. Say, for an example, Tesla. Tesla's son will say, my father is Tesla. So he is using his reference as his father, or Apple company owner. His son will be using as a reference as his father. So every one of us, we need some reference for our proof of existence. But the original proof, the center of reference is what? God. For God, you don't need any reference at all. He himself is the reference. Why? Because his existence is Sat himself. And everyone knows him, and he knows everyone and everything. That is what Yashaha. And Yashaha is also is the success. He's a successful person, no doubt. Then the third quality, the auspicious quality of the Lord is what? Aishwarya. Aishwarya means whoever knows Sanskrit, immediately they will think of wealth. Here, it is not just a wealth, it is a possession, or it is an expression, or it is uniqueness. What is the uniqueness? In every one of us, there is some uniqueness. One is humanness is there. That's why we're all called human beings. And for an example, in a rose flower, there is some uniqueness. That's why it is known as, recognized as rose flower. It is called Visheshana in Sanskrit. Now, what is the difference between cow and buffalo? Cow and buffalo both are animals, no doubt, domestic animals, no doubt, but cow has got cowness. That is what is Visheshana, uniqueness, and buffalo has got buffalo-ness. It is very subtle point, of course. So similarly, every one of us, everything has got this uniqueness, which is called Visheshana in Sanskrit. That uniqueness is referred to the Aishwarya. And Lord is the repository, the source of substratum for this uniqueness. Because of that Aishwarya present in every being and in everything, we are able to know each other, each animal or each thing. And he is the distributor of, he is the supplier of this Visheshana, or this special power, special energy, or uniqueness. This is what Aishwarya. Then the fourth is what? Shri. Shri means, again, it is not mere wealth, it is not mere money, it is happiness. I have got money, I have a millionaire, but I have got a sleeplessness. I cannot sleep. I'm in a big castle. I've got a heating system, I've got a AC, and my bed is the best bed, very costly bed, beautiful cot, very well furnished house. But without a sleep pill, I can't sleep. I've got so much food in my house, but my digestion power is not good. So I am not able to eat. So doctors have said, just eat plain food. Just maybe a meat rice, lentils, or greens. Just that's all. I've got everything, whatever I want, I can purchase from in the world, which is always available, but my digestion system is not good. Hence, I am not supposed to take, I can't take them. So money can give many things, but money can't give everything. That we have to understand. So Shri means it is not just a money, it is more than that. It is what? Happiness. The God himself is the source of happiness. There are so many saints across religions, in every religion. They were penniless beggars. They didn't have any money, but they were the happiest people. For example, where our national saint, Ireland national saint, Saint Patrick, sorry, he didn't have any money. And when he was from the Vikings or whomever, he was pushed into slavery. For a few years, for 1 or 2 decades, he was in the western part of the Ireland. In the very bad weather, in the open land, in the open fields, he had to take care of the goats and sheep like a shepherd. He had a square meal was probably difficult and no proper sleeping, proper facility for sleeping, but still he was not unhappy. He was never morose. He was happy. How? He had a God dependence life. And he was, as a shepherd, he was taking care of the goats and sheep, but at the same time, he was praying, he was praying intensely for divine grace. And it happened at a day, he used to pray for 100 times at times. And he was the happiest person. So this happiness doesn't depend upon always external possession. It may depend to certain extent, no doubt. We need all of them for our existence, but it is not the alpha and omega of the life. This is what Sri. Then Vairagya. Vairagya means what? Renunciation, detachment, dispassion. This is what the general meaning. But when you go, Viragasya Bhavaha Vairagya. Viraga. The notion, the feeling of the viraga is what? Vairagya. Viraga means what? Visheshena raga. Special attachment. What is this, Swamiji? Vairagya means renunciation, detachment, we had thought. Now you are giving some different new explanation. What is this? Viraga means what? Raga means attachment. Viraga means Visheshena raga. That is special attachment according to me. What is this special attachment? Oh my God, we have got already attachments and we are suffering. And you are saying special attachment. Yes, special attachment towards God, special attachment towards higher values, special attachment towards the self, not to the body and mind. So to have a special attachment to the self, you have to detach your attachment from your body and mind. That's why I use detachment. Detach yourself from your body and mind and attach yourself to the God or the self. So when you specially attach yourself to the Lord, to the God, to the Supreme Self, or your inherent real nature, automatically you get detached from all these menial things. So these are the few qualities which has been told Bhaga. So Bhaktir Bhaga, only Bhakti and Bhaga, two words we have seen actually now. Bhakti is path of devotion. Bhaga means path of knowledge. And Bhaga also means Lord's name, and he has got 6 qualities we have seen. Bhaktir Bhagascha Bhajanam. Bhajanam means Bhaj Sevaya, means it is the service, the path of selfless action. Just maybe sweeping the floor, by mopping the floor. For an example, Brother Lawrence, in a monastery, because he was not a well-studied or he was a literate in those days, so he was seen in a very derogative sense. Oh, he's illiterate or he doesn't know to read and write. So what to do? Then, okay, he's not given any respect. Instead of that, he was put into menial jobs. What is that? Sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, and dishwashing. Okay? Without any lament or comment, he was doing that only. But while sweeping the floor, while mopping the floor of the monastery, or while doing dishwash in the monastery, he was thinking about the Lord. Lord is there with me. And with the feeling, intensely feeling that Lord is with me, and doing all this menial job, so-called, then what happens? He experienced the Lord. He experienced the Supreme Spirit or Divine. There's a beautiful book, Practice of the Presence of the Lord, by Brother Lawrence. He became one of the great saints. You see? Why? Because he did a seva to the Lord and practiced the presence of the God. For example, we have got one hospital in a northern part of India that is called Kankal, 400-bedded hospital. It was started by Swami Kalyananandji, one monk who was a disciple of Swami Vivekananda. When he started that service, because of the guidance or because of the order, instructions from his Guru Swami Vivekananda, he had a lot of difficulties. No money, nothing. And he was not from a medical profession also. Just he went to Himalayas because a lot of people were suffering in those days. There were basic facilities were not there. Pilgrimages and monks and all, they used to suffer from dysentery, vomiting, and health issues, fever, whatnot. So he tried to understand some medicine. And in those days, of course, now we cannot do all these things, no doubt. But in those days, it was allowed probably. So just he take the Lord's name. He took the Lord's name and he followed his Guru's name and he started serving the people. He used to go in the Himalayas on the foot, walking on the terrain regions, valleys here and there. Wherever people are suffering, he is giving medicine and whatnot. If people, they need nursing and all, many times he used to carry them because sometimes people are unable to walk, unable to climb the mountains. He used to carry them in his shoulders. While carrying, people used to do shit and people used to do vomit and whatnot. But simply he used to bring them without, oh, my clothes has been dirt, soiled, then let me clean. No. With that itself, for a few kilometers he had to walk. He used to come and he used to bring and he used to serve them with themselves. They had a hardly food, but still they were served with the basic necessities as much as possible. So many devotees and so many monks were taken care, day in and day out. And whole day is to do that. Then slowly, at night, if there is no other work, night is to sit and is to meditate for long hours. See, when we do as a seva, as a service, whatever, wherever maybe, I may be in whichever company, whatever profession I may be, when I start doing as a service, that will take towards the God. Morning to night he was working, and night he was able to sit and meditate. How it is possible? Because he did seva yoga, he did karma yoga, bhajanam. Even by practicing selfless action, unselfish actions, one can reach God, one can experience the self. That's why bhaktir bhagascha bhajanam, bhava bedakari. Either according to Swami Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna, either you take any of this path, the path of devotion, the path of knowledge, or the path of selfless action, or all of these things. They are capable of destroying the ignorance. They are capable of removing the bhava, that is what the cycle of birth and death means. We will attain God realization. We can attain self-realization. We can attain moksha or mukti. Gachanti, it can take. It is capable of taking, to go, to attain, I said. It is capable of taking. Alam, it is also enough. Okay, it is capable of taking, but is it enough? Yes, gachanti alam. It is more than enough, and you don't need anything else actually. Suvipulam, and it is very clear, no doubt, even not a iota of doubt. Is it enough? Okay. Are you clear? Is it no doubt? No doubt. And these three paths, either one or two or all of these paths, are enough to give moksha, to give the supreme bliss, everlasting bliss for me. Gamanaya tattvam. Where? To attain tattva. Tattva means what? Tattvam asi. You are that. Tat means what? That. What is that? That is what Satya, absolute truth. Means it is God, Supreme Spirit, Supreme Self, or Bhagavan. That is what Lord. Vaktro drutantu, vaktra udrutantu. I am just talking. Swami Shantivratananda, including me, I am talking all these things. I am giving a lecture. I am giving a discourse. Very well, Swamiji gave us a beautiful discourse, but it has not become the part and parcel of my life. Means I am not feeling it to the extent I am supposed to feel. I am not put into practice to the extent I am supposed to do. Udrutantu. So just I am talking, but it has not been well accepted by my heart. Means what? I am not able to put into practice in toto or completely. Rudime, in the heart. Nacha bhati kinchit. Even I am not able to put into practice. An iota of practice is also not, not achieved, attained by me. Tasmat vameva sharanam. Therefore, I shall take refuge at your feet. Please protect me, O Lord. Please uplift me, O Lord. So there's an interesting story in Mahabharata. When Arjuna, when Duryodhana was dying, he was asked, my dear, when Yudhishthira, your elder brother, asked, just 5 villages. You being a crown prince, you could have given 5 villages, then whole empire, whole kingdom is to be yours. Why did you deny it? And today you lost all your 99 brothers and you are on the deathbed. You are going to die. Why did you do this? Someone asked, it seems. Then he said, Janami dharmam nachame pravrutti. I know what is dharma. I know what is right. I know what is ethical. I know what is to be done. Why? Because I have studied in Gurukula, that is in the school in those days. Janami dharmam nachame pravrutti, but I was unable to put into practice because of my tendency, because of my nature, because of my desires, because of my selfishness, or whatever because of my nature, basically. Nachame pravrutti, I was unable to put into practice. I know what is right. I know what is my duty. I know what is humanity, all these things, but I was unable to put into practice. Janami adharmam. I know what is wrong. I know what is sin, what is evil, which is unethical, which is immoral, which brings sin for me, which brings evils for me. I know that. Nachame nivrutti, but I was unable to leave them. I was unable to forsake them. I was unable to give up them because of my evil tendencies, because of my desires, because of my base desires, because of my wrong nature, whatever. So this is what the plight of many of us. We know what to do. We know what we should not do also, but we are not able to put into practice whatever we are supposed to do, and we are not able to leave what we are not supposed to do. That's why we are supposed to take Sharanagati. And this Sharanagati also has got a wonderful explanation in one of the poem which has been written by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's one of the great saint in the West Bengal and is also known as an incarnation. So he has written Shishtastakam. It is a 8 verse, and this is the second stanza. I'm explaining only second stanza to today. Namnam akari bahuda nijasarva shakti tatrarpita niyamitaha smaranena kalaha etadrushe tavakrupa bhagavan mamapi durdaivam idrusham ihajani na anuragaha nanuraga. You need not to bother about Sanskrit. Just I will give the simple English running meaning. My Lord, you are the supreme personality of the Godhead. And in your holy name, there is all good fortune for the living entity. And therefore, you have several names. And they are not hard to repeat. And there is no hard and fast rules for remembering them. My dear Lord, although you bestow such mercy upon the fallen people, we the conditioned souls, by liberally teaching your holy names. I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses repeatedly while chanting the holy name, and therefore I do not achieve for chanting. Means, oh Lord, you are so merciful, you are so compassionate, and there are several thousands of names available in this earth. And any one name is enough to attain moksha, to attain mukti, to attain you. One name is capable of destroying all my evils, all my evil actions results, sin, to purify me, to attain you, to attain the supreme devotion that is called parabhakti. All these things are available, but I am so unfortunate. You are so merciful and you have given everything and you have bestowed everything towards me or towards us. But we are so unfortunate, or I am so unfortunate, but I am not able to put into practice. I know that your one name is enough, which gives everything, Kalpataru. It is a wish fulfilling. It is capable of giving everything. It is capable of removing everything. But in spite of knowing that, I am unable to put into practice. I am unable to chant your names with love and with affection, with concentration or whatnot. I am so sorry, so I shall take refuge at your feet. This is what the overall meaning of this Sanskrit hymn. So even the saint, one of the greatest saint, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is praying to the God that I am unable to remember you, I am unable to love you, I am unable to chant your holy name, sacred name. Please protect me, please lead me, please uplift me. So it is not the sense of slavery, but yes, I can do so many things, no doubt, but I cannot do everything. So after trying so much, understanding my limitations of my senses, intellect, or whatnot, then I've taken surrender at the feet of the Lord, so that I am offering my responsibility. I am handing over my responsibility to the Lord. Oh Lord, please lead me. Enough is enough. I've been tired. Please lead me. Please give me the right thing. Please make me to understand the right thing, and please lead me in right direction, so that let me experience you. Let me experience your presence. Let me end this cycle of birth and death, and let me merge in that supreme bliss or everlasting bliss. May Sri Ramakrishna bless all of us. May the divine, supreme divine, bless all of us, so that we shall take his benign protection and we shall experience him at the earliest. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yes, any doubts?
No, Swami, just questions.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Any questions? Yes, Christian.
Discussions. I'm just going to send you. So, do you remember last time I was talking about to you about the seer seeing and seeing?
Mhm.
So, so these are. I just saying that these are basically quotes from Yoga Vashista, and this is the quotes I was talking about. And so this is the one that confused me.
Okay. Between the experiencer and the experience, you are the experiencing. Knowing this, remain in self-knowledge.
And there's a second one there as well. Same.
The middle between the mind as the seer and the world as the seen, you are the seeing sight. Always remain in this realization. See, what I would like to say is, yes, there are many different views and different philosophies and all, but from the non-dualistic philosophy, from the Advaita Vedanta, we are the only seer, neither the seen, not the seeing.
But is Yoga Vashista not about Vedanta? I've read bits of it and a good amount of it.
But I
Seems
have to
very
see
much.
the original shloka. Sometimes the translations also can be a bit wrong.
Yeah. So
That's fine.
if I showed you the Sanskrit, you'd know.
Yeah. So one is translations. Sometimes it has got
Yeah.
limited explanations, first point. And the second is contextually we have to understand. See, this is like, for example, if you see in Upanishads, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, they say, oh, this body is the self itself. The physical body is the self. Then if you say, Swami, what is this? Every time you are saying that we are not body, we are not mind, and here Upanishad is saying that we are body. Yes, at that given point of time, they're assuming that we are the body. Then after some time, if you go further study, then say, no, no, you are not body, you are mind. Then after we said, you are not mind even, you are that happiness, which is mixed with the ignorance. Then afterwards say, no, no, you are the happiness alone, or you are the self alone, they say. So that can be also sometimes like this, a process of thinking in that whether they are saying or not, I have to see exactly. That's why I need context.
Yeah.
Contextually, we have to understand, first point. And the second thing is translations can go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now even the seer, seeing and the seen. Drugdrishya Viveka, for an example, the discrimination between the seer and the seen, when you say, I am the seer, and there is a scene, and there is an act of seeing, isn't it? All these things. Now, I am the seer, not the seen, neither the seen, nor the seeing. So now discriminate the seen and discriminate the seeing. Then I am the seer. When you start experiencing the even yourself, then there is no seer also.
Yes, there's just
The
dots.
seer scene is also just at the point of duality to make us understand that you are not the
Yeah.
seen and you are not the seen, isn't
Yeah.
it? Even the seer is also just at it is a comparison under the point of duality only.
Yeah.
Because when you are experiencing the seer as a seer, you cannot say that you are the seer. Just like when you are in the deep sleep, you never knew, or you will not be knowing, or you will not be experiencing that you are having a deep sleep.
Yeah.
Only when you come out from the deep sleep, when you come to a waking state, then only will say, oh, I had a deep sleep. When
Understand.
you are in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you are experiencing that bliss, but you will not be knowing that you are experiencing the bliss. Only when you come out from the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, based on your memory of experience, only you will say that I had a wonderful experience.
I understand. Yeah. I also ask him, what does Sri Ramakrishna mean when he says Vijnana? Vijnana, yeah.
Vijnana.
Vijnana, yeah. What is
Yeah.
special knowledge compared to knowledge?
So, yes, there is a now new one, I think Ayan Maharaja, Swami Medhananda has spoken of this Vijnana Vedanta or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, respectfully, what to say, I read or whatever, but I mean, sorry to say that I don't accept everything, whatever he has said. Of course, it is his view, no doubt. I respect his views. He is a good friend of mine, no doubt. I respect him, but I don't accept all his views. Well, now what I have understood from the concept of Vijnana from Gospel of Ramakrishna is what? The Vijnana is what? The experiential knowledge.
Experiential knowledge.
Now, Gnana. Gnana is like, okay, you have got a Gnana. You have got a knowledge that I am the self. I am the self. I am not the body and mind. You have got the knowledge now, as of now.
Okay, I understand.
Isn't it? But you are not yet experienced.
Okay. I
It
see
is
the
called
different
approksha anubhuti.
interpretations.
The moment when you experience that I am that, okay, I am that is not only self, even this so-called world or matter, mind, energy, everything is what? It has been, it isn't just an appearance. There's only one thing called consciousness. Consciousness is appearing all these things. So experience in the final truth is what? Vijnana. There's a one shade of meaning. The other shade of meaning is what? Experiencing the consciousness and experiencing the world. Experience the transcendental aspect of the Brahman and experiencing the immanent aspect of the Brahman. That is the world. The manifestation of the Brahman as a world, or the appearance of the Brahman as the world. Brahman is appearing as a world, as projected as a world. So when you are experiencing both, that is called Vijnana.
Yeah, I understand. But experiencing both, but you just said that the world isn't real. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, of course.
Experiencing both. Okay. I don't know if this is true, but did Sri Ramakrishna say, I don't know, he's talking to Totapuri? That what you call Brahman, I call Kali.
Yes.
Brahman is passive, Kali is active.
Yes, you are right. That's what Tantra Shastras say. Yes.
You know what Sri Ramakrishna said?
Yes, Sri Ramakrishna said that. Yes.
So does that not kind of go against the Vedanta of Adi Shankara? Kind of what you're saying? Because if it's active, he's kind of going more Shiva Shakti kind of view there.
Not exactly. Yes, like for an example, probably Shankaracharya, I mean, from the philosopher point of view, he had to establish the Advaita Vedanta. He had to do it as a system of philosophy or school of philosophy. So he had to give a definite structure. As a result, probably he takes some axioms or some philosophy or a particular way approach towards it. But he himself was the greatest devotee. He himself worshipped mother and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Sri Ramakrishna never, he didn't come to establish a particular school of philosophy. He's a mystic and he's an incarnation. So for him, there is no problem of accepting all the isms. For example, if you see in Bhagavad Gita, there is a harmony between Sankhya and Yoga and so many harmonies we can see actually when you deeply when you study. So Shankaracharya also might accept, we don't know, but because he had his main work as to establish a philosophy, a system of philosophy, so that's what he has given.
You don't think by Sri Ramakrishna saying that he's affirming that the world is real?
Sri Ramakrishna never said that world is real.
Okay. Oh, interpretation. I got you.
Because he himself says very clearly to one of his disciples, that is M, the Gospel of Ramakrishna, Mahendranath Gupta, that is, once he says, look, if this world would have been true, I would have covered my birthplace, that is Kamarpukur, my birthplace, with the golden cover. I would have covered with the golden covering.
I get you. Okay. Just one more question. You remember I was talking to you about the fifth states from that scripture, Triata?
State.
Yeah, I don't know if it's too much, but these are like, I literally got the quotes there for you right now from the actual scripture, but it might be too much for you to read. I don't know. This is it's poetry, so it's a bit cryptic, these two scriptures.
So he's saying Turiya is in Jagat experienced, is it?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying I can only read what you're reading. It's like cryptic, you know?
So this is from where did you take this?
It's from a Siddhanta. It shouts South Indian Shaivism. It's the scripture is called. I'll get it for you now. So that at the very bottom, that's the name of the scripture.
Tirumantiram. Okay, I have to see that what it is actually. I also do not know. Turiya, Turiya Tita, I can understand bit, but the way he has told, see, what here, that's the reason I tell always for you. When I say Turiya, when I say Turiya from Mandukya Upanishad point of view, I mean something. So now this, according to that particular philosopher, according to that book, what does he mean Turiya? We have to understand. So we cannot generalize it.
I understand. Maybe that's with different philosophies, they maybe just categorize
things. For an example,
the 50 is the fourth.
It
is Shaivism, which has different tapas.
Yeah, superficially, I'm telling you, for example, if he said that Turiya, somewhere he says, Turiya is in Jagat experienced.
Jagat means awake, doesn't it?
So yes, in a waking state, Jagat, in a waking state, or Jagat means world. In the waking state, experiencing the world, that's what his concept of Turiya is something different from the Mandukya Upanishad Turiya. So that's why all these things we have to very, pinpointedly you have to understand. Otherwise, you get confused and baffled.
It's a real minefield, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a real minefield.
It's a forest of words, or it is a jingling with words.
Okay.
That's where I always see, at least, with God's grace, there's a clear understanding, or rather to certain understanding that I am the self, I am that Brahman, and my now work is what? To experience it. What you call by any other name, you give any description for that, never matter, but that is the reality. Let me experience it as much as possible early. Sooner the better. That's where I have been convinced, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's all.
Yeah. Experience is better than knowledge.
Yes. Otherwise, there are hundreds of philosophies are there, thousands of philosophies are going to come probably, but it doesn't solve my problem.
Yeah.
I'm at square one only, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let me experience that. Who am I? That is enough. And for that, who am I? Upanishads are there enough. Sri Ramakrishna is there. Swami Vivekananda is there. And some other saints, really people who have experienced. Their books I have studied and I've got convinced that I am that self, not the body and mind. So now that only experiencing is the thing which is left out. So let me struggle and let me spend my time and energy more and more to experience that. That's where my conviction stands at right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Sri Ramakrishna says that to kill someone, you need a sword. To kill yourself, one needle is enough.
One needle is enough.
Means, what does it mean? Just to experience yourself, the reality, God alone is real. Brahman alone is real. The self alone is real is enough for us. Hold on to that and put it into practice.
Okay. Okay.
As an intellectual speculation or intellectual hunger, we keep on reading books.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That is fine. But finally, you have to compare somewhere. You have to take one path, one philosophy, one stand, and you have to
Yeah.
experience.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Isn't it?
They're going well.
Yeah. One side, one place digging well itself is becoming difficult. Then what is the point in thinking of digging wells in different places?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I'll leave you be.
Yeah. Just to be, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay then. Good night, divine dreams.